In this video, we will be going over some hysterectomy basics, including 3 pedicle fixation stitches and 1 common hysterectomy mistake. Let's go over this pedicle fixation stitch called the fore and aft. You'll first start by throwing your stitch through the middle of the pedicle and bringing it around the tip to the same side. You'll hand over your clamp and you will cut your needle off. And then you will throw your first knot. As you're throwing your first knot, your index finger will help push the suture around the tip and to the opposite side for you to be set up nicely to then throw your aft or second knot. You will then cinch this down while the clamp comes off, and then you will subsequently throw your other knots. This ensures that the suture stays in place on the tissue and thereby controlling bleeding. In this figure from the Atlas of Pelvic Surgery, B, C, and D show a demonstration of the fore and aft stitch. Let's go over this pedicle fixation stitch called the All-American or Around the World. You start by throwing your stitch in the tip of your pedicle and then immediately bring your needle back around to the side you threw it on and pull up. Your assistant will then come around and grab the other end of the suture and pull it around the tip of the clamp on the other side, as shown here. So you're going to pull it around the tip of the clamp and up around the other side for you to throw behind the clamp. Here's another view of that here. Your assistant comes around, grabs the other end of the suture, pulls immediately around the tip of the clamp, and then will hand you the suture on the back side of the clamp. You'll flip your clamp up to your assistant. Here's 2 pictures here to show where you throw in the tip of the pedicle and then how it comes around. So that tip throw secures your pedicle. Okay, so let's go over the Heaney stitch. First, you'll start with your stitch in the tip of the pedicle. You'll flip your instrument up and hand it to your assistant as you grab the needle and bring it below the clamp. And then you'll throw again in the mid portion of the pedicle and again grabbing under your clamp and pulling this up to tie. Here is a picture from the Atlas of Pelvic Surgery showing a similar thing in drawing format. So let's watch again. Tip of the pedicle, you hand your clamp over to your assistant in order to go underneath the instrument, reload, and then into the mid portion of the clamp. This allows for plication of the pedicle and can aid in hemostasis. So here you'll see me tying this pedicle down. As the clamp comes off, disregard me using my thumb. I'm just demonstrating here how this fixates your pedicle. Okay, I want to demonstrate here something that I see a lot of trainees doing. This is your uterine with your clamp on it. You're going to throw your stitch. Look at where my needle is being placed. So you either want to hit it in the front or the middle of the clamp. You don't want to go in the back of the clamp. I'm going to show you the stitch in the back of the clamp here and what it ends up looking like. Okay, so notice when I pull up here, the clamp is jumped. I'm zooming in. Look at how this is going to lay down. And when the clamp comes off, notice how there's a gap where your pedicle is. You don't want that. Zooming on in for you here. So you either want your stitch here or here, not in the back. So you can put it right in the middle. I'm going to show you the back side. It comes right underneath your clamp. Okay, then you tie, the clamp comes off, and that pedicle cinches down really nicely there. So that is something that I feel like is difficult to demonstrate when you're actually operating, but I hope that helps here, and I hope that you are no longer jumping your clamp and tie those pedicles down nice and secure. Here are our references, and thank you so much for watching.